everybody! It's been absolutely ages since I've made a video, and I know people have been wondering in the comments. Nothing bad, thank goodness, but we have been spending, Chris and I have been spending time with our boys, with our family, and also we've been pretty busy with our jobs. So I know I've said this before in other videos, but both Chris and I work at the Mountain Academy, which is a Bruderhof run high school. Chris teaches science, and I work in the guidance office. So both very fun and fulfilling and busy jobs. And then this year, we started a girls cross country team, and I have joined the coaching staff. So that's why I've been incredibly busy this year. So Chris has been coaching the boys cross country team for the past five or so years. And this year we were very excited because we are starting the girls team. So I was invited on to help out with the coaching. So I just want to take some time in this video to give a little shout out to the cross country team and just to talk a little bit about it, because I think there's a lot of truths and good things in running that can be applied throughout life. And I've learned a lot about it this year, so I want to share some of those with you. First of all, running is just a really good physical activity that you can do on your own. It doesn't take a lot of equipment, and it gets your blood pumping, gets those endorphins going, and it's a really great life skill, if you want to say, to have. It's also really good if you're stressed or worried or angry. It's often a great way to just let off steam and just go out and get a couple miles in, or just half a mile. It doesn't always have to be tons, but if you're running cross country, you should probably be putting in your mileage. So this year, it was a very little team, a very young team, a group of 7 wonderful ladies. They worked very, very hard this season, and they actually won the league race. So that they were competing as a D school. They were competing against A, B, C, and D schools, and we actually won the league meet. And then they also qualified for states. They ran in that race and had the states experience, and it was fantastic. So one of the best things about cross country is that there is no bench. Anybody who is on the team can compete in every race. Now, there will be a varsity race and a JV race, and you will participate unless you are injured, which of course we hope doesn't happen. You may wonder how this is a team sport, given that there's only one winner, and obviously the athletes, they are running as individuals, but the team scores points collectively. So it's important that everybody is, running their best and giving their best effort. So it is the only sport where all the members of the team are performing the same task at the same time for the same purpose, right? So in other sports, you have positions and different things that people do in order to contribute to the team win. Well, with cross country, they're all doing it at the same time for the same goal, which I think is really cool. It's a bit embarrassing, but it took me a while to figure out how the scoring of a cross country meet actually works. And it's actually very simple. The team's top 5 runners scores, they're added together, and then the team with the lowest score wins. So the score does not include the 6th and 7th runner, but those 2 runners can often displace the opposing team's top 5. So they can try to sneak in and score before the other team scores. And also the 6th and 7th runner has an opportunity, if hopefully this doesn't happen, but if one of the top 5, one of those girls gets injured or has asthma or just isn't having a good day, it could be that the 6th and 7th runners just sneak on ahead of them and contribute to the win and to the overall score. So another thing about cross country is that it's a pretty grueling sport. I mean, you're basically running 3.1 miles, so it's a 5K, and you're gonna feel pain, you're gonna feel sick, you're gonna, your lungs are gonna be screaming for air, you're gonna feel, hopefully not too much acid. So basically a lot of it is learning how to kind of push through that pain and win that battle in your head and be like, I can do this. And a big portion of that, you know, as coaches, we can do our best to try to help the athletes as they run. Like, we'll be standing at different points in the race and saying like, go, go, go. We're like, you know, you stay strong, you're doing great, you're looking good, you know, all these things. But honestly, I think what is the best for the runners is their team members encouraging them and pushing each other along. So that's one awesome thing about cross country. Stepping back from the actual sport itself, our experience this year with the teams, both the boys team and the girls team, was phenomenal. One thing that Chris and I really appreciate is getting together with other teams. So we often have like a dual meet during the week. So like on Wednesday, we'd have a dual meet with another school that was about our size, and then we would either they would run here or we would run it on their course. Most schools have a cross country course, and I will get to that in a minute about our course here. But what I loved is when, you know, the kids, they do like a warm-up run before, and then they, you know, do stretches and like dynamics, and they, you know, have their little routine that they do, a pre-race routine, and then they have a post-race routine. But during those times is an excellent opportunity to chat with parents and coaches of, you know, the other teams. And there's so much we can learn from each other, and I always find it like exciting. Like, there's this one race that we went to where it turns out their coach, her mother taught Chris when he was in high school. So it was kind of cool. But that kind of thing, and you can network and kind of plan together. And then we also created different team building exercises that we could do with the other teams. So that was really cool. Here at the Mount, we hosted 2 dual meets this year. Back in 2020, when the whole country was in lockdown during COVID, our family began a project, and that was making a Mount Academy cross-country course. And basically it's in the fields right on the campus. Plan it so it would be in a good spot, but what's great about it is that you can kind of watch the race happening the whole time. There's not really, well, there's a couple times where you can't see the runners, but often you can see, you know, all out in the fields, and it's so cool. So once a week, our family mows the course. Back when we first made the trail, we had to do like jackhammering and getting big rocks out so that it would be nice to mow. And then this year, one of our family projects was to make signage. So I created all these signs that, like, with arrows that direct the athletes here and there. Anyway, so that's been a lot of fun as well. So hopefully next year, we're looking forward to maybe hosting an invitational here. An invitational is a race where many schools come, so we'll have to see how that goes. I'm looking forward to it. This is not so much for our school, but I know that in other schools, cross-country runners don't get as much praise or as much attention as maybe like the football team or the soccer team or the volleyball or field hockey or whatever. So years ago, the league in this area, they started to do a banquet which would honor all the top 21 runners who ran and finished in the top 21 in the league race. They would all come to a banquet. So this year, the Mount Academy, we were the venue, and then our culinary crew, our culinary club catered the event. So it was fantastic. It was in our community dining hall, and lots of athletes and their parents and coaches and principals and athletic directors all came, and we had an excellent evening of congratulating the athletes and cheering them on and you know, praising their efforts and letting them know, yes, you guys did a fantastic job and we were very proud of you.
Yeah, girls! Woo!
So it was a lot of fun, really great event. And anyway, so that was another highlight of the season. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and of course, you know, you can make many comparisons to running and to, you know, community and team building and family in a sport like that. So the important things being, picking each other up, when we're down or not feeling well, and encouraging each other along, congratulating someone, even if, they beat you. That's all part of it. And many of those things that the student athletes are learning now, I'm hoping that they can apply it to their life once they, leave the team or graduate. So these are all life skills. So anyway, I'm hoping that you all have a very happy day, a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you all at some point. Sorry that the videos have been so far and few. I've not forgotten you, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.